Right, so all this has been sealed. I've used butyl tape across there. It's all dried out now. Had the fan heater on it for 2 days. Try and warm it up a little bit, and it seems to be perfectly okay. I've now got a piece of wood which is going to go up there. So we'll glue and screw and get that up, and then I'll put a cross brace in there as well to do that. So crack on to get that done now. Well, Christmas delayed things a little bit, but we're back in the van. So a couple more jobs that I've just finished off. So we've done the ceiling in the bathroom, and I've got one piece of a T-shaped aluminium strip that's going to do the join here. This is aluminium angle, which is cleaned up that edge nicely. I've now got the wires coming through for the lamp, the light. It's going to go up there. I just need to adjust these trim pieces a little bit to fill the gap. I've already siliconed this one, or run silicone all the way around it as well. So that's finished that one off quite nicely. And then starting to put this lot back together again now. So a couple of things that I've done here. Obviously I've resealed everything from the inside. Got some more insulation up here. This is 5mm, but the way that the cabinet fits on here, it only had very thin plywood on here, or hardboard. So I've got some 3mm ply here, which I've just stained, a bit of protection, and that'll fill that gap up the top there, and then the cabinet can go back in here. I'm thinking about maybe a microwave, but I don't think that's the right place for it. There's not enough depth here for it to be sitting with the gas fire at the bottom here. So I'm going to rethink where we're going to put that. And I may get a combination oven and work out somewhere else to put it, but that's for later. The only other thing I've done is, when I was working out where the possible leaks were coming from, I did notice that this gap up here, trying to get the angles right, had some potential for leaking. I don't know if it did or not, but anyway, I've got this nice silicone seal from Temu, adhesive on the side, floating on the other, which has just filled up that little join. And as this side comes down flat like that, that just opens up, and when it comes back down again, it just reseals that edge. It may be overkill, I don't know, but we'll give it a go and just keep an eye on everything. But I'm fairly certain I've sealed it from the inside anyway. So that's another one for later. Now, a couple of things today. I'm going to get the electrics powered up, the diesel heater working, and I need to put the vent into this cabinet down here and then seal that cabinet in, which I'm probably going to do with magnets rather than screwing it in. So that's pretty much for today. I've just ordered some more wire, which is going to go from the DC charger through to the battery. I realised I didn't quite have enough for that, so I've just had to put that on order. And yeah, we're getting closer, getting much closer. Right, let's crack on, get some of these other jobs done. Well, I kind of got myself into another bit of a mess. So walking around on the floor, I thought, there's a bit of a soft patch. Now, bearing in mind this area up here has been leaking in the past, hence its new roof and all the repairs that I've done, I decided to investigate. This was obviously a plywood base on which everything was fixed, and it is completely... okay, it is not rotten, it has been water damaged, it is absolutely bone dry now, but obviously this is what was creating the soft floor, because there is plywood, foam, plywood sandwich. I can't rip it all out because obviously these cabinets are all built on top of it, so I'm going to cut around it because you don't walk on that bit anyway, and reinforce all of this with some better plywood and some more insulation. And this is obviously what was built on the top of the Renault chassis floor. So we've got, I don't know what the depth of that is. Yeah, actually you can just see down there underneath that. That's the metal floor of the van. And then you've got, oh dear, we've got a mask on. Fiberglass, plastic, plywood, foam, plywood, vinyl floor. So anyway, this is the only soft bit, so that's what I'm going to focus on. Get this one fixed with some better bits of material. Okay, nothing like creating yourself an extra problem. Back soon. Okay, another little job needs doing. The this is the wastewater tank. And these are the sensors which have been leaking because these rubber parts have perished. A new set works out to be about €35, so that's not going to happen. I'll see if I can get these repaired. Work out some way of doing some new rubbers and cleaning them all up. So, little job for today, after I've just finished painting inside on where the floor is going to go, so I'll show you that in a second. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, that's a section of floor cut out there, and it had a little bit of surface rust on the actual chassis floor, so that's had a really good coat of hammerite. Love that stuff. And these are the cross members that I'm going to put in. So these are going to have this extruded polystyrene, either, I think there'll be a layer underneath it, and then down the sides. I'm not going to reuse that fiberglass stuff. I can't stand it. Gets everywhere. So anyway, this is the extruded polystyrene. It's going to fill that gap with these battens, and then we'll put the flooring back on the top, level it all up with the existing lino, and then we can think about getting the new lino down once I finish the other few jobs that we've got left lying around. So we're getting there, taking a little bit of time. Weather's been improving slightly, so we've got nice sunshine today. A little bit cold, but we can live with that. So yeah, wait for that lot to dry, and then I'll show you getting the flooring in. And I'm just finishing off the sensors at the moment, so getting those all cleaned up and polished. All right, back soon. Okay, so you can get the idea here, what's going down on the floor. So I've got these stringers, which I'm just going to run down. I've got extruded polystyrene that's going to fit in between them, and then I've just got some 3mm ply which is going to form the base for cross braces. I'm going to put 3 across there, which will bring it up to the level of the base here, and then I've got 5mm ply to go over the top of it, and then we'll just level it up so that it matches the vinyl flooring that I know that's going down. So it gives you some idea of how we're going to fix this, and getting rid of all the fiberglass stuff that just gets to the back of your throat, so could do without it. So yeah, extruded polystyrene is the way to go, and I'll get that done. All right, see you in a bit.